is Darkside Thrillers, your weekly turn on and tune in to serialized fiction, taking you into those bone-chilling moments when humanity twists beyond the point of no return. Who hasn't taken a shortcut down a back alley you thought you'd survive? But then, there's that noise of rustling leaves, that smell of someone lingering near. And you just know. I am your host, Elijah Summerfield, welcoming you to Darkside Thrillers, Season 1. It begins with Kept, an 8-week serialized thriller by Wodahl. You get hooked into the lives of 3 sociopaths, one who kills, one who hunts for truth, and one who will kill to hide it. Among bones and trophies under a cathedral, there's a kept secret with an appetite to hunt. Adult content. Audience discretion advised.
In last week's episode, the detectives arrested and interrogated suspect Grant Pauley in the disappearance of 12-year-old Mac Shelton, and Kenzie digs deep into Professor Newbold's twisted history. Episode 7. Only Some Get to Love. More than ever before, Kenzie worshipped the bond she had with her violin and how it made her feel. It breathed life, had a pulse of ancient woods, spruce, maple, and willow, and was a trusty friend. It was an original Guarnerius her father had paid $1 million for. And while she sneered at his addiction to lavishing gifts on Cyan, his young partner, Kenzie cherished this one priceless gift that kept her alive more than chemicals or doctors or shamans. She returned her violin to its vault in her closet and went to her bathroom to examine her latest wig, red and shiny. Placing her hands on the top of her head, she adjusted it somewhat, moving it back from her hairline. She ran her fingers through the waves, remembering how her real hair had hung about her face and shoulders. She knew she'd never see her natural hair grow again. She opened the vanity drawer, removed a bottle of pills, and took them back to the bedroom with her. Time for her daily supplement and injection. She thought she'd check some chat rooms first and catch up on news when a call came through from Italy. It was Cyan LeRae, her dad's nearly adolescent partner, barely 28 and almost graduated from childhood.
Hi, Kenz. How are you doing?
Hi, Mom.
I'm not your mom yet, Kenzie, but soon. The place looks good. I see you haven't burned it down yet.
Just the master bedroom where you and Dad shoot porn.
We're not always naked, Ken.
You should get tested, Cyan. Dad's last mistress lost her nose to some rare disease.
We're in love, Ken. Nothing you say or do will change it. Hey, you're wearing the wig. It's a good look for you. Great choice. I told you my hairdresser would make it work. We actually had a fun day, right? Oh, and you might want to use some concealer and blush. Maybe eyebrow pencil.
No shit. I like the no eyebrow look. You know, I am dying. What's the point? Why'd you call, Cy?
Okay, don't get depressed, but we're not coming home until after Thanksgiving. But we want you to meet us in Santorini for a traditional Thanksgiving weekend. I'm cooking. We want it to feel like home. Stuffing, cranberry sauce, pumpkin pie.
Can't.
Why not?
I met someone.
It's only June. You might change your mind. Hey, you met a guy?
Not just a guy. A murderer. Rich. In his 30s. We're using Dad's bed, marking our territory. Where is Dad?
Golfing. Your dad's not going to like this new guy being 30-something.
Unhappy with the age difference? I don't think Dad's golfing. That's how it starts. You should hire a detective.
You know people aren't as horrible as you think, Kenzie.
Dad is. What kind of dad abandons his kid when life turns her into an injection site? He's inhuman and can't keep his pants zipped up.
He cries sometimes at how you've changed. I hear him crying through the night. He gets up and walks. I know you've been through a lot, but you're hard to be around. It kills him to be at the estate. We want you to come here in October. Hey, your dad just came in. I'll get him. Hold on.
Cyan grabbed his hands and steered Justin to the computer. He shook his head, didn't want to talk with his daughter. She nodded that he had to and kept pointing at the monitor. Finally, he sat down and took a deep breath.
Hi, Kenz.
How was the golf, if that's really where you were?
Don't start. How are you? I like the wig. Cyan had fun helping you.
Quickly, she yanked it off and threw it on the ground.
It's itchy. Anyway, I like being bald, like a sphinx cat.
Well, you are a sphinx. You certainly move in mysterious ways. You didn't answer my question. So, how are you?
I'm feeling the same, Dad.
Are you keeping up with your treatments?
Yes, I'm popping all my meds and then some.
She shook the bottle at the monitor.
Good.
Dad, I met this guy, a professor. I think he has something to do with Max Shelton's disappearance.
We've been keeping updated over here. It's tragic. But they arrested someone, right?
Yeah, but I saw something I wasn't supposed to in this professor's basement. I need you to come home, Dad. When are you coming home?
Ken's, not till after Thanksgiving. I'm making arrangements to bring you here. A limo, the flight, new clothes, new treatments. We've planned everything.
I want to come, but I can't. This guy, this professor I met, is involved. I know it.
Stay away from him. I'll send someone to the estate to watch you if you don't promise me to stay clear of this guy. Anyway, you've got the concert on Sunday. Don't forget to send the link. And leave this professor alone, or I will call the police. I'm counting on you not to ride the crazy train.
I promise I'll leave him alone. Promise.
Let the police do their job.
He took a moment, then smiled.
Are you ready for the concert?
Yep, I'll send the link.
And we can watch it together when you get home.
She was his only child and filled him with pride she never believed possible. To Justin, she was this muse, a demi-goddess that music found a home in and wanted her to spawn notes and sounds for the gods. Even though disease and imminent death drove him across the world to survive Kenzie's rage and inner chaos, he loved her. He loved her even if she was becoming a memory, like a character, like Scarlet or Ripley or Furiosa. Lonely warriors, fateful catalysts. Cyan didn't have a jealous bone in her 110-pound body. She smiled.
Hey, Kenz. I'm following in your footsteps. I'm taking piano lessons.
Oh, like my mom. She played at the Lincoln Center.
Don't start. She's always wanted to.
When you and Dad make a guest appearance and come home one day, we'll play a duet, Cyan. We have a Steinway. So start memorizing Mary Had a Little Lamb.
I'll work on it, Kenz.
Practically no sarcasm could demean Cyan, which bothered Kenzie more than her age.
Good luck with the fundraiser.
It isn't luck, Cyan. talent and 15 years of dedication brought me here.
Not wanting to talk mindless fakery anymore, Kenzie said goodbye.
I've got a Zoom call with the ensemble. Bye-bye.
She ended the call abruptly. A lot of people who didn't want to do things did them anyway. Being a dad and supporting and loving his child was one of these did-them-anyway commitments. Kenzie knew her dad appeared to be grown up in the global business community, but he was like a 20-year-old, still peaking, unable to slide into each decade with a greater sense of well-placed adult loyalty. Kenzie always felt out of control after talking with Justin. She became unhinged, wanted to bust things, wanted to break the goddamn violin over someone's head. Instead, she took a black marker and drew a history map on her bare scalp, marking out all her tragic events. Her mom leaving when she was 10, her jail sentence, busted on an assault charge, loss of virginity in 2015, more of a Greek comedy than a tragedy, the loss of her hair in 2020, and loss of her dad in 2020. He might as well have been declared lost in action. He was never home. She checked her phone and got a message from Michael. I did some research too. You have a record, and you do some fucked up meds, Kenzie, and you're delusional. Stay away from me and my things. She didn't have the energy to fight back, then got bathroom tile cleaner to scrub the marker off her scalp. When she was done, she planned her wardrobe for the concert. Dressier clothes, shoes, and stockings to create an anti-freak look. She decided not to wear her wig. For starters, she pulled together a $300 designer chemo beanie and a few vintage runway items to brighten up the cathedral's religious icons. She steamed her dress and put it in a garment bag. She sat on the rug in front of her bed, trying to remember details of what she dreamed the night before. It was about Michael's house and how she'd get in without him knowing. There was this innocent man who needed some hard evidence to stir up some doubt. She knew Michael would have to be in class when she broke in, something she looked forward to. Michael was relieved when Cherise canceled their meetup because of her course commitments, but suggested a quiet evening dinner at a 50s diner, then a walk on an abandoned trail that took them away from everyone else's crazy agendas. He liked when she hooked her arm through his, like old friends. Cherise made it seem so easy, closing the door on her world of yesterdays and tomorrows to be alive in a new time frame of an alternate normality.
Do you know what I love about you?
What? Wait, let me guess. The way I can get you on my side of logic without arguing.
And that, quite possibly, is another reason I love you. It's that I'm totally helpless to challenge your rhythms. Actually, I was thinking how you arrive every time we meet in your own time capsule, where this thing we have is preserved day to day, immune from every natural law, and when I enter your time capsule, it feels sacred. It's corny, right?
No, I feel it too. Is it too good to be true?
Can't it be both? Good and true?
The trees grew purple in the sunset, and cicadas grew louder. They left the quiet trail, and when he drove her home, she needed him and invited him in.
Stay with me. I have something I know was meant for you.
When they got comfortable, she played some new Asian jazz a friend introduced her to. Michael was enthralled at her appetite for cultural masters. They sat still, letting the unique sounds and beats wash over them. This was Michael's inaugural exposure to such exquisite jazz. He felt that Cherise was like a conduit for artistic phenomena. Is there anything like it? He watched her close her eyes and sink deep into the music's intoxicating sensuality.
Not on my playlist.
You know, I wasn't going to take your class. Then something clicked and I registered. Lucky me. He waited for that inevitable moment when she moved closer.
Maybe it was luck or maybe fate.
His skin quivered at her touch, at her fingers moving like satin, sliding over him. She went slowly at first, undressing him in time with the beats of the sax and taiko, then improvised more quickly, pulling him up to dance, pressing him into her, and rotating her hips aggressively. I love how you let me lead. Pushing him back onto the sofa, she straddled and unzipped him. She smiled and stripped from the waist down, then slid him into her. He lay back, totally relaxed, and let her attack and feed for a few minutes, like a lightning round of erogenous gaming. Reluctantly, they parted, their lips red with friction. He wondered, why him? Why had she walked into his life? He had mastered the art of disguise and wondered how Cherise didn't detect his union with darker appetites like Pratt did, and wondered if Pratt's meds heightened her intuition. He wondered why Pratt targeted him, came after him, while Cherise gave herself to him. He left with an inexplicable weight removed from his body. Before Michael went home, he made a late-night trip to Kovu to prepare her for the concert the next day, and to bring her a cuddly, stuffed gorilla he had been keeping for the right moment. It was one of those magical summer nights when Neil Young's Harvest Moon loomed overhead in the clarity of a deepening purple sky. The cathedral, which sat like a 16th century flashback, triggered images of men, sweat, lumber, plaster, the 50-foot pipe organ, sopranos, tenors, the Lord's Prayer, wedding bells, Latin. When he entered the basement, Young's voice still lingered. Michael found himself singing the iconic words, "Come a little bit closer, hear what I have to say," just like children sleeping. In the tunnel while he walked, he whistled toward Kovu's room. Before he got there, she had heard his faint, sweet voice and moved out of the darkness to meet him, encircling him and resting her head in his hand. She could smell Cherise's scent on him, almost unfamiliar. He let her nose nudge the soft creature he carried, and when he sat in his chair, he held the gorilla out to her.
Thought you'd like a new friend.
He placed it on the brick floor for her to cuddle. She enveloped it covetously and almost purred quietly.
I came to tell you about tomorrow.
She didn't turn toward him, but listened.
There will be music upstairs. A trio of musicians. A lot of people will be listening, and you'll hear them walking about and clapping like this.
He clapped his hands slowly at first, then more quickly.
They will be happy listening to the music, just like you will be. They won't be dangerous and will not come down here. You'll be perfectly safe. I promise. The violinist is someone who was here before. I think you sensed her. I think you sensed her sickness. She asked if I was keeping something down here. She wants to meet you, but not tomorrow. Another time. I can ask if she'll play her violin for you.
Again, she purred. He stayed for an hour and took the stuffy, pretending it belonged to him, until Kovu's soft growl protested. It was almost midnight.
I have to go now. I'll leave the music on quietly. I would never take your new baby. I was just playing. I'll get you another one, a smaller one, and you can start a family.
She didn't say goodbye and rolled the gorilla on the floor into her room. She moved around it and rested, waiting for Sunday and instruments and voices to fill the tunnels. Michael left, sensing she was more accepting than before. He thought about earlier times when everything was simpler and more controlled, a time when revenge hadn't taken hold. As he drove home, he contemplated about how it festered since childhood, and about how he channeled his revenge into passive brutality, into imagining Kovu on the hunt, the terror, the kill. His pulse quickened at how it must feel to unleash your hunger. When he got home, he wanted to call Kenzie to wish her well before the concert, but didn't. He fell asleep contented he had a close moment with Kovu, like earlier times. This ends episode 7. Sound and voice design by Darkside Thrillers. Ambient music by Richard Moule. Sound recording by Mike Donaldson. A special thanks to talented Pixabay artists. In next week's episode, Kenzie's fundraiser exposes a tender nerve in Professor Newbold's tear duct, and the detectives follow evidence, a strand of red hair and a diamond earring. Now they have 2 female suspects. Kept is a serialized novel by Wodahl, available in all stores.